All right, friends, we've got some meat and bone A5 skewers with some wasabi. Can I withstand the heat? We're gonna be grilling this directly over the hot charcoal here on a Kamado Joe. I don't have a yakitori, but we're gonna do this really quick, flipping it. And then at the very end, because I think this is a good pairing, and I don't do heat that well, I sweat. So we're gonna stay to the end to make sure how hot and does it get for me. Do I get a little sweat beads? I don't know. So stick around, we're gonna get right into it. From my backyard to yours, less hate, more love. Good barbecue. All right, guys, I've got meat and bone, A5 Wagyu right here, and these are skewers. I mean, look at this. You got the female BMS 12. It has been, let's see here, fed for 840 days. Speaking of steak and meat, check out my new cookbook, Meat, Fire, and Friends, Easy Backyard Grilling and Barbecue Recipes. This is a lot of fun. You got my signature in the back. And then a little tips in the beginning, telling you a little bit about myself, my barbecue journey, and giving you a little tips on barbecue tips and tricks on how to set up the Kamado Joe or your barbecue grill, whatever you use, hot and fast. Direct, indirect cooking, all those types of things. My cookbook is definitely designed for a newbie or someone that's just a novice wanting getting into this. But if you've been doing cooking a long time and you're just looking for inspiration and ideas, then you could take this and take it to the next level with your ideas and recipes. But it's a lot of fun, so definitely give it a shot. It's on bartlowsbarbecue.com. Scroll to the bottom and you'll find the link to purchase. Appreciate y'all's support. All right, let's open this package up. I'm like really eager and anxious to see, because I've never, let's see here. Okay, we're just gonna show you one of these skewers here, but look at that right there. All right, friends, so we're gonna season this. When it comes to A5, I got another video you can check out here if you wanna know how to cook A5, but we're just doing salt only, and really we could do even without salt, but I'm just literally lightly salting this. I don't need much. And then we are going to directly put this over. I've got two skewers, so we're gonna do one with open flame, and then the other one, I just wanna compare. I'm gonna throw on the soapstone and get that up to temperature and see if I get a better sear that I like. This is gonna get hot, so I might have to use my heat gloves and some tongs. Let's do this. There's wood skewers, so I gotta keep an eye on that. They usually say soak your skewers, but this has already been on there and I can't do that, so let's do it. All right. Woo, look at, isn't that sear? I'm talking like I'm talking 30 seconds or flipping. I think it's gonna cook that quickly because of how thin this A5 is. But look at that flame-kissed A5 skewers. Come on, let's, oh yeah, come on. Oh yeah, a little flippy flip. I don't hate it. Let's get my thermometer and just test it. See where we're at here.
Scott, what temperature are you going for?
You know what? Woo, it's hot, 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 hot. All right, I'm gonna take these off so I can get a closer. I think I'm gonna do what I typically do. Now, this is at 993, 116. You can get away with cooking this to medium rare or even medium well. It's still gonna be sweet, but I want it to be a little bit more charred. So I think I'm gonna go to like 1. Woo, buddy. I think I'm gonna go to 120 maybe? I don't know. Let's see here. Oh yeah, okay. That's what I'm talking about. What do you think?
Looks good.
That is looking good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set this and let it rest just for a few minutes, get the soapstone so we can sear the other one. We'll do the last skewer to see if I like it better.
Is that heavy, Scott?
Oh, it's heavy. I don't work out too often, but when I do, I use a soapstone. All right, we're gonna let this warm up just for a moment, and then I'm gonna put a little oil on there, and then once this is pretty hot, we're gonna sear this last little A5 skewer. Oh yeah. All right, friends, we don't have a yakitori grill, so the next best thing is my Kamado Joe with leftover lump charcoal using the grill blazer, grill torch. If you're interested, check out the link on the screen in my description. Light this up in 60 seconds. Directly put grill grates on, and then we're just gonna do a little flip test, and I think I'm gonna use my soapstone too to get a good sear as if it's a griddle.
It's lit, Scott.
It's lit. It's already lit. I don't need to do any more.
No, the kids say lit is cool.
Oh, yes, it is lit. I get tons of questions about using old reused lump charcoal. The answer is yes. 100% you can reuse lump charcoal. Let me know in the comments if you want a video just about using reused lump charcoal. I think the answer is 100% yes. And this thing is burning so hot right now. You can't see the flame, but the heat is there. I need heat, but these are so thin. I just need it just to cook and we're good to go. But if I'm trying to match the whole yakitori thing, I guess it needs to be really hot. So we're gonna let this go a little longer, cook that second skewer. Today, this A5 skewer test reminds me of this Netflix show and this little reel I found of this chef cooking with his bare hands and putting in ice doing skewers.
This chef eats straight cooking with his bare hands, and sometimes he enlisted young customers to experience the show. What an awesome guy. I wish I was that kid. Look how happy he was.
Isn't that cool? So anyways, look him up. I'm a little inspired. He has a little ice bucket. He puts his hand in directly over the flame with the meat on his little griddle. Now or open flames. I don't have that ice experience right now, and we don't necessarily need to do that, but it's one you're always getting inspiration on these different shows and people around the world, and I'm nowhere near his level, but it's time to sear on the soapstone and see how we do on this one and then compare the two. Now that's some sear in action. Now just imagine I'm putting my water here. Doo-da, doo-da. Nope. Guess I could put some water in my face, in my hands.
You might need to. You're getting a little hot, Scott.
I'm sweating and I haven't even had the wasabi yet. Oh man, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Letting that sizzle. Man, that's a good sizzle. Let's see how oh yeah, come on now. I do like the soapstone because it produces a great sear and also kind of protects me a little bit from the open flame, although I have one side that's super hot right now. But we're just gonna do the flip test here. There we go. Man, I already can tell, just having kind of a griddle-like thing, although this is a soapstone, I think it's producing a better sear. But having something directly over hot charcoal, there's nothing like that either. Whoop. Man, I think we're good. Look at the tenderness and juiciness of this thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is good. The juices are overflowing. Let's do a little taste. Bring you over here to the cutting board. Turn this guy off here. All right, friends, we've got this. This side here was the direct flame. This was the soapstone. And by just looking, you see a little bit more. I'm actually surprised in the way that I prefer my soapstone. But I think this looks like more of like an even sear, but you could see the direct flames of these. This one has a little char on that side. So pretty close. But I would say if you're looking for more of that crust, the direct flames looks a little bit better. What do you think, Caleb?
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't think. What do you think?
They both have good color, but that direct flame's definitely got a little darker char on it.
A little bit more char. I bet you the flavor is going to be similar. Pull that out. And now it's time to do a taste test. All right, one for you.
Oh yeah.
One for me. Oh yeah. The other one, and you don't really need.
Oh yeah.
We already put a little salt. It's
it tastes amazing. Yeah.
It's that sweetness, the fat, the fattiness. You saw that intermuscular fat earlier before we cooked it. Man, that's good. And I've had A5 where it's thicker, and so even getting a deeper bite. but this is a fun thing if you just want to dabble in it and see if you like it. Now it's time to see, can I withstand the heat with some wasabi? And friends, I'm already sweating outside because it's Oklahoma. So we'll pat the head down, and then we're just gonna do a little baby guy. Is that too much? Or is that?
Oh, you gotta put more on there than that.
I cannot do more than that.
Come on, Scott.
We're gonna ease myself into it.
Okay.
Let's just ease myself into it, you know? But let's just see how we do. I'm so nervous right now.
Come on, Scott. You got this.
Why am I doing this to myself? Oh gosh. The immediate heat. Immediate. Oh gosh.
You got this, Scott.
I got it. Dude, I mean, it was like, it wasn't even going, hey, I'm gonna warm you up. It was an immediate, immediate heat.
Wasabi, it
Like,
kicks you
see,
right.
am I beating?
Let's see.
Am I beating?
I think you're beating a little.
Yep. All right. You want to do some wasabi?
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You nervous?
Yeah, of course I
You
am.
want more, or just what I gave you? What I gave myself?
You know, make it fair, so.
All right. Here you go. Oh, I mean, it hits you immediately.
Oh my gosh.
It hits you immediately.
That's some wasabi.
Guys, I mean, Caleb challenged me. He said to do more.
I did.
I don't do, I'm going to go like a little line, a baby. Oh, gosh.
There you go.
That's probably a bad idea.
That's what we wanted. Give the people what they want, Scott.
Be sure to like and subscribe for this because you don't get this anywhere else. I really don't do heat well. Let me know if you want more little hot tests like this on the channel. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, the tongue is on fire.
Give the man some milk.
Too much. Don't do that.
Scott, you're all red. Your face is all red.
Fire. Oh my God. That was not enjoyable. I do not recommend that at all. Don't do that. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
All right, that A5 skewer test.
Southern charm real quick.
Anyways, that was fun. It was delicious. It was fast. It was a fun experiment directly over the flames versus the soapstone. And I'm a big fan of that soapstone. I think it was a pretty good head-to-head. But if you want a good sear, I think directly over open flames wins the day. And then that wasabi, man, it totally knocked me out. I mean, literally sucker punched me in the eye. And yeah, I think you saw my face beat red there. But if you want to see more content like this and see if I can withstand the heat, give me ideas in the comment what things you want to see on the channel when it comes to testing the heat level, if I can withstand the heat, and other fun tests as we enter into the spring and the summertime for grilling season. Got a lot of fun ideas we'd love for you to check out, and I hope you found value in this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things. You know exactly what to do. And from my backyard to yours, less hate, more love, good barbecue. Until next time.